Alrighty, let's see. Okay, cool. We are we are live. Gonna have to work on getting that opening down, figuring out when it actually starts. Maybe I should get one of those waiting screen thingamajiggers that will say like stream starting soon. You know, that kind of thing. That would be fun. Um, but that will be something to figure out for the future. For now, I am Ross Malcolm Boyd. If you don't know me, if you do know me, I am still Ross Malcolm Boyd. And today I'm going to talk about a song called Running with the Wolves by an artist named Aurora. One of my students was learning how to play this song on the piano, and I noticed very quickly that it fits very nicely on the ukulele. It's in the key of D minor, which is a pretty darn comfortable key for the ukulele here. And I am playing my electric ukulele, my beautiful Flight Centurion gold top, but this will work with an acoustic instrument as well. I'm just still kind of obsessed with this ukulele here. I got an office chair, so I'm doing the spinny biz. So I apologize if I'm making anybody dizzy. This is one of my nervous tics, is kind of like rocking or shaking my legs, all those kinds of things. So apologies for that, but hopefully we can look past all of that and play some music. So you may very well have heard Aurora's music already. If you haven't heard her name, she has been popping up in a bunch of movies. I think uh, one of the first ones, well, it wasn't one of the first movies that I remember hearing her music was at the end of there's a recent Secret Garden adaptation. One of her songs plays over the end credits. Um, and it's just kind of that uh, ethereal sound that is very captivating, and I'm kind of into. Um, Aurora was also the voice, that ethereal voice that we hear in Frozen 2. So that is her. This particular song, Running with the Wolves, was from her debut EP. I'm looking over here as though I'm actually looking at notes. I am not. That is just the screen. I am looking at myself. Um, I don't know if you needed that information, but I'm sharing it with you. Um, what was I saying? I was talking about Aurora. This song, "Running with the Wolves," was from her debut EP, and it was re-recorded for a movie called Wolfwalkers, which is available on one of the streaming platforms. And it was re-recorded, and there are some new lyrics and some new instrumentation and such, which is pretty neat. So I believe links to those original songs are in the description below. If not, I will make sure to put them in there shortly, so you have a reference if you would like a reference. My student was specifically learning how to play the Wolfwalkers version of this song, and she got very upset anytime that I sang the lyrics to the original version of the song. So it was very particular. So if I am playing through a part of the song, and I start singing lyrics that are different on the page, then on the page, chances are I am reverting to the Wolfwalkers version, because I've been trained by my students to do so. Um, all right, with that, let's take a glance at what we're working with here. So I am going to share my screen here. And we're going to take a look at the chords. Well, chords and lyrics. We'll specific. Actually, you know what? No, let's do that. Let's go over to my um, Photoshop. That's the word that I'm looking for. My Photoshop document here. Oops. And we're going to take a look at all the chords that we're going to see in this song. Now, you'll notice that there are like two different kinds of a bunch of these chords. So I have a D minor, and I also have a D minor 7. I've got a G minor, and I've also got a G minor 7. B flat, major 7, F, A minor, and C. Those kind of work on their own. But I've got doubles of these because we can play either one of these chords whenever one of them shows up. So if I see a D minor on the page, I could play a D minor 7 if I wanted to add a little bit of extra texture. If I see a G minor on the page, I could play a G minor 7, again, to capture a little texture. I will very frequently just play the G minor 7 in place of the G minor in this song. So when I'm giving some examples, I will try to play what is written on the page, but if something sounds a little bit different, chances are I'm just, once again, reverting to this chord here. The only one that I would recommend sticking with the B flat major 7, the only alternate is the B flat major 7 that I would highly recommend sticking with in place of any place that may only say B flat. I definitely recommend playing B flat major 7. And the reason will become clear when it shows up in the song. One of the great things is the B flat major 7 is actually a little bit easier to play than the B flat, so that's kind of cool. So that's what we've got going on in terms of the chords, and obviously we need to figure out what order we're going to be playing all of these chords in, which we will get to shortly. I will occasionally be checking the chat here on YouTube, so if you have any questions about anything that I'm doing, or maybe anything that I am not covering that you would like me to cover, let me know in the comments in the chat there. If you are watching this in the future, after this is all recorded, you can always send me an email at tinyvillagemusic@gmail.com, and I would be happy to answer your questions there as well. Okay, so I'm gonna switch to the chords and lyrics. So now we can see all those chord names in context with the lyrics of the song. And I'm going to play through this first verse and chorus to give you a little bit of a sense of what the song sounds like. If you're familiar with the song, it'll give you a little bit of a sense of what it sounds like on an ukulele. So again, I'm playing with this electric ukulele. I'm just going through a little amp. I've got a little bit of reverb on here, just for atmosphere. It fits the song pretty nicely. And my starting note that I sing on, I'm playing on a low G instrument here. So it's this low A that I want. I could also use this high A if my voice was a little bit higher. I could use that as my starting point. If I can find the note, there it is. So that's going to be the starting note that I'm going to sing for my melody. Go row the boat to safer grounds, but don't you know we're stronger now? My heart still beats and my skin still feels, my lungs still breathe, my mind still fears, but we're running out of time. All the echoes in my mind cry, there's blood on your lies, the sky is open wide, there is nowhere for you to hide, the hunter's moon is shining, running with the wolves tonight, I'm running with the wolves, I'm running with the wolves tonight, I'm running with the wolves, I'm running with the... Let me continue into the next verse there. So there I did play that B flat major 7 when I got to this little pre-chorus section here. Even though it just says B flat, I think that's something that I would alter on my PDF. If you have printed this out, of course, I highly recommend making notes on your page, or if you have some way of making notes on your computer in the PDF, or a tablet or something like that, it is very helpful to kind of have your own notes jotted down there. Now, the reason that I wanted to play that B flat major 7 instead of the B flat proper is because, let's see, I'm trying to get back to my original screen. Video capture device? I want you to see me. I mean, this is all well and good, but oh, I wonder if let's see. Okay, all right. All right, I figured it out. I figured it out. We're transitioning back, and hello again. All right, figuring out those controls, figuring out these panels. The reason that I'm using that B flat major 7 is because of the notes that occur in the melody when I'm singing. So at that little pre-chorus, there's blood on your lies. I'm singing an F note, a G note, and I'm coming to rest on an A note with that little musical phrase. There's blood on your lies. And that A note doesn't exist in a regular B flat, but it does exist in a B flat major 7. That A string is open. So especially to kind of avoid a lot of unnecessary clashing with some of the melody notes and the chords, it can be nice to find these more complex chords that can accommodate some of the notes that might be happening in the melody. And the same occurs in the chorus, where I do have a B flat major written on the page, or B flat major 7, excuse me. I'm running with the wolves tonight. So I'm starting on a lot of A notes in that chorus. I'm running with the wolves tonight. I'm running with the wolves. Is it a G minor there? Let me just see. Yeah, it is. I'm running with the wolves. So lots of that. So we've got this G minor chord happening here. I could do a G minor 9, which I play like this. If I was playing that G minor 7, I'm just going to lift up that open A string. I'm just holding down the first fret of the E and the second fret of the C. And I've got my open G and my open A strings. So again, that's going to have a more complex sound, and it's going to accommodate some of those notes that we're hearing in the melody, but don't appear in these basic triads, these basic chords, major or minor. I'm running with the wolves tonight. I'm running with the wolves. I'm running with the wolves tonight. I'm running with the wolves. I'm running with the... This song stays pretty much in its written key. So we're in the key of D minor, which is the same notes as an F major scale. So F major and D minor share all the same notes. And the only note that has a flat or a sharp, it's a flat. There's only one note that isn't natural, and that is that B flat. So I've got a D, E, F, G, A, B flat, C, and D note. You don't necessarily need to know what's going on in the scale specifically. I mean, the more information that you have, the more helpful it will be. The more things that you can figure out in a song like this. But I mention it only because a lot of times in music we bend out of our written key, right? We borrow notes. You'll hear it in the Beatles all the time, right? They're constantly playing chords and notes that don't occur normally in their given key. This song does stick pretty close to the key, but the melody does some interesting things, and the melody, as you already heard in the chorus there, are we're kind of like singing notes that don't necessarily appear in the chords. Again, it's this other way of maintaining this interesting, complex sound. Um, and Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that, but hey, we're gonna keep on playing, right? So let's jump back into the song and let's play through the second verse here. So here the melody changes up just a little bit, not a whole lot. Um, it just kind of like moves us from that verse or from that chorus to that verse. Let's pull up the chords again here. So I am looking at the second verse, which is starting right here on the line "Trick or Treat." Trick or treat, trick or treat, what would it be? I walk alone, I'm everything. So the rest of this is the almost. Oh, I forgot. There's one more little change here. My ears can hear, my mouth can speak, my spirit talks. I know my soul believes, but we're running out of time. All the echoes in my mind cry. There's blood on your thighs. The sky is open wide. There is nowhere for you to hide. The hunter's moon is shining. I'm running with the wolves tonight. I'm running with the wolves. I'm running with the wolves tonight. I'm running with the wolves. I'm running with the wolves tonight. Running with the wolves. I'm running with the wolves tonight. I'm running with the wolves. I'm running with the gift, a curse. They track. We got this little bridge here. Dream, unite, there seem million voices, silent dreams, where hope is left so incomplete. So it's kind of like speak singy in that little section there as we move into the bridge. So melodically, there were a couple of differences in that second verse, but chordally everything stays the same. That structure, we've got a pattern of chords that just keeps repeating. I've got a D minor, F, A minor, and C. And that's all we have to worry about in that verse. And we play through that pattern 2 times, and then we go into this kind of like little I guess I was tempted to call that pre-chorus, but we kind of established this right here as our pre-chorus, so we've just got another little section in there. So a little section that repeats, and then we sing through the chorus 2 times, and then we have this little bridge down in here. This part right here, this part of the bridge, it's going to build up and lead us into the chorus. So we're playing through the chorus chords here, but the vocals are doing this build up, and vocally I'm probably not the best person to demonstrate the effectiveness of that build up, so I definitely recommend checking out the original recording there. So we've got some vocalizations happening. And those are continuing through. while we are also hearing these lyrics. I'm running with I'm running with the wolves, and we're gradually building up in intensity as we're singing those words. I'm running with I'm running with I'm running with the wolves, and then we finally arrive at that final chorus where we sing that 2 times. I'm running with the wolves tonight. I'm running with the wolves. I'm running with the wolves tonight. I'm running with the wolves. I'm running with the wolves tonight. I'm running with the wolves. I'm running with the wolves tonight. I'm running with the wolves. I'm running with the. And we kind of end the song there. And of course, if you're doing an arrangement of this song, you can kind of play around with those transitions and make them your own. Let's see. I'm gonna switch back for here for now, and I'm gonna play through the whole thing, so you can kind of see what's going on with my hands as I'm playing through. So right from the top of the song through the whole thing to the end. Feel free to strum along with me if you're feeling comfortable with that. And it'll go like this. So I'm starting on this D minor chord here. Go row the boat to safer grounds, but don't you know we're stronger now? My heart still beats, my skin still feels, my lungs still breathe, my mind still fears, but we're running out of time. All the echoes in my mind cry, there's blood on your lies, the sky is open wide, there is nowhere for you to hide, the hunter's moon is shining, running with the wolves tonight, I'm running with the wolves, I'm running with the wolves tonight, I'm running with the wolves, I'm running with the. Trick or treat, what would it be? I walk alone, I'm everything my ears can hear, and my mouth can speak, my spirit talks, I know my soul believes, but we're running out of time. All the echoes in my mind cry, there's blood on your lies, the sky is open wide, there is nowhere for you to hide, the hunter's moon is shining, running with the wolves tonight, running with the wolves, running with the wolves tonight, running with the wolves, running with the wolves tonight, running with the wolves, running with the wolves tonight, I'm running with the wolves, I'm running with a gift, a curse, a track, they hurt, say can you dream, in nightmares seen, a million voices, silent dreams, where hope is left so incomplete. I'm running with the wolves. I'm running with I'm running with I'm running with sorry, I lost my place. I'm going to the F, running with the wolves, and then to the chorus. Running with the wolves tonight, running with the wolves, running with the wolves tonight. I'm running with the wolves, I'm running with the wolves tonight, running with the wolves, running with the wolves tonight, running with the wolves, I'm running with the... Probably end on a D minor there. So, that is the basic structure of the song, minus those little hiccups toward the end there, but that happens. That is no big deal. The next thing that I want to share with you, now that we've got like the basic structure of the song, I want to show you a couple ways that we can embellish this and a couple different ways that we can strum what's happening here. As you probably noticed, I was keeping my strumming pretty simple. I was kind of like letting some of these chords just ring out as I was strumming them. And then sometimes I was doing a little bit of extra strumming, and I was sticking to my thumb. A lot of that is just coming from trying to get a more mellow sound out of this ukulele. With the steel strings, and I've got this little amp over here. It is creating a kind of a bright sound on this ukulele. So depending on what part of my hand I'm using to strum those notes, I could get a mellower sound or a bright sound. If I really wanted to rock out, I could use a pick, and I'm going to get a much brighter sound, which can sound really, really cool. But I wanted to keep things as mellow as possible for a lot of this, and maybe if I'm really getting into the song, I will get more aggressive with my strumming. But I'm kind of keeping things a little bit more confined, a little bit more restricted, and that's kind of mirroring some of the storytelling in the song, where the person is kind of trapped and trying to escape, and eventually, of course, with the chorus, we're running with the wolves. We're finding that escape and release, which is where I might open things up a little bit more in terms of my strumming. So we could do kind of those simple strums that I was doing there. One other thing that we could do is match the keyboard parts that appear in the song. So let me see if I can pull that page up. So here is the other PDF that I have prepared, and this is the synth parts and then the vocalizations toward the end. So I want to start off by just looking at the synth part here. So when we first hear the song, we can hear like a low kind of keyboard part playing these notes here. Now this fits beautifully on the low G tuning for my ukulele. I can match that part exactly as it appears on the record. Probably an octave higher than it appears, but still, all those notes in that order, like that. So I'm playing through those low notes of a D minor chord. Essentially, I'm playing this pattern across all of these chords. I'm just changing my fingering for each chord. So the D minor, I'm playing the second fret of the G, second fret of the C, back to the G, and first fret of the E. So the strings that I'm playing are G, C, G, E, and I'm just repeating that plucking pattern across all of these different chord shapes. And then to the F. And to the C. I'll do that again. I'm going to share my screen so you can see how I'm picking those those parts with my right hand. So I am using my thumb, index finger, and middle finger to play those notes. So thumb, index, thumb, ring, G, C, G, E, G, C, G, E. And you can practice that just with your open strings as well. So if this kind of pattern is a little new to you, or you just need a little bit of practice getting that exactly down, you can do this. Just all of my strings open, thumb on the G, index on the C, back to my G, and then middle finger on the E string. Let's see if I can get kind of a side view here. So, and again, I'm just doing that for each of my different chords. A minor, and finally C, back to the D minor, F, A minor, and C. Now, I'm often very tempted to play the whole song with that pattern, or at least the verses with that pattern. Go row the boat to safer grounds, but don't you know we're stronger now? My heart still beats, my skin still feels, my spirit talks so deep, but we're running out of time. All the echoes in my mind cry. And then, of course, we get to that next section, and I want to change up the feel. But that pattern, I love playing that pattern on throughout the verses there. If I am playing on a high G instrument, it's still going to work. It's just going to have a slightly different texture. But the notes are all going to work as long as your ukulele is in tune, and I will do a really quick job here to make sure it is roughly so. And this is what that same pattern would sound like on a high G instrument. Still very cool. I think it sounds really, really neat, and even though it sounds a little bit different than the original, than the studio recording, it has a very unique texture that we're getting off of this particular instrument, and I love embracing the instrument that I'm playing on, rather than trying to force a particular instrument to be a different instrument, whatever the original song was. I love finding ways to embrace what makes this particular instrument unique. Go row the boat to safer grounds, but don't you know we're stronger now? My heart still beats, my skin still feels, my lungs still breathe, my mind still fears, but we're running out of time. All the echoes in my mind cry. I need to get a double neck ukulele. If anybody wants to hook me up, let me know. All right, and then we get to that little pre-chorus there, and here we're getting a little bit of a build-up, right? There's blood on your lies, the sky is open wide, There is nowhere for you to hide. The hunter's moon is shining. And then we want to get really big on the chorus. If I was playing this on this low G, the original studio recording kind of has this driving little bass line underneath that's kind of like building the tension. There's blood, blood, yeah. There's blood on your lies. The sky is open wide. There is nowhere for you to hide. The hunter's moon is shining. So that kind of effect is happening. This kind of repeated note, building up our to the crescendo that we achieve in the chorus. When I'm strumming this on ukulele, obviously I'm probably not going to be doing that sort of feel. I could do that, but I kind of like doing the blood on your lies. The sky is open wide. These just chords, these open chords that I just let ring out. There is nowhere for you to hide. The hunter's moon is shining. And then coming into the chorus, I'll make things a little bit bigger. Maybe I'll add a little bit more rhythm to my strumming. I'm running with the wolves tonight. Running with the wolves. I'm running with the wolves tonight. Running with the wolves. I'm running with the something like that. Again, nothing too fancy. Maybe a so I'm going down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. If you want me to map that out for you, send me an email, tinyvillagemusic@gmail.com, and I can express that out in notation or arrows or D's and U's to kind of give you a better sense of what that particular strumming pattern is. Obviously, when you're just watching and listening, if you're not as comfortable playing some of these patterns, it can take a little bit of time to get there. So yeah, if you want a little bit of extra help on that particular strumming pattern, let me know. Finally, I want to jump into the last piece of this that I have prepared, and that is the vocalizations. So again, during that build up, that chorus at the end, kind of like we're kind of I'm running with the kind of building up into that final chorus. We have this melody line that's happening throughout all of those chords. So that happens over the B minor, or sorry, not the B minor, the B flat. The G minor, the D minor, and the F. And that's happening throughout, while the lead vocal is singing those words leading up to that final chorus. This little vocal melody line is consistently playing in the background. So we hear it. We hear this melody line two times. So these two measures. And then after that, then we add in this harmony line. So as it continues building, this will play on top for the next 4 bars of that melody. ah, ah, ah. Whoops, I'm losing it there. I gotta work on that. But we got, oops, there we go. We wanted to play the two of them together. We can play the two of them at the same time on the instrument like that, but it definitely sounds cooler when it's two different parts and layered on top of each other. Of course, the vocals sound really really cool, but I would love to hear a room full of ukuleles playing through all these different parts. I think that would be pretty rad. Um, so sometimes I will just play through this little melody bit right here as I am playing the chords. So if I am looking at the chords in the bridge here, B flat, G minor, D minor, F. I think there should be a B flat. I think I'm missing a B flat up here. Apologies. You can just draw in a little B flat like right over there. I think that will make that whole bridge make more sense. So B flat, G minor, D minor, F, and I can just play the chord and then play the melody. I'll play that little repeating part through that. That is oftentimes what I will do when I'm playing this song. I'll show you what my hand looks like as I'm doing that. It is a tricky technique to kind of combine that little melody bit with so I'm playing that chord and I'm strumming up to where my pointer finger is, where that melody note starts. So essentially what I'm doing is I'm just playing that chord. I'm just adding in as many notes that I can fit of that chord into that first strum, and then I just continue playing that melody throughout. Oops, that's probably not the right choice of fingers. Probably should have used my ring finger there. Again, that's a little bit more of an advanced thing that you can throw in there that I think sounds really really cool. If you're quick to pick stuff like that up, go for it. If you would like a little bit more documentation on that, just let me know. Once again, send me an email at tinyvillagemusic@gmail.com. I think that's going to do it for this song, for this week's live video. Thank you for hanging out with me. Thank you for watching. Again, this is a little new to me, and I'm figuring my way around it. But I'm having a lot of fun. I feel like such a grown up with like a proper webcam. It's kind of a neat thing. It's a neat little novelty. But I am pretty pumped. If there are any songs that you would like to look at together, if you or that you would like to me to do a video on, let me know. Once again, tinyvillagemusic@gmail.com, or let me know here in the comments if you're like, hey, I've been working on this song. I would love you to talk me through this. I would be happy to do it. My school semester is starting up pretty soon here, so next week's video might be a strum along, so that could be pretty fun. Let me know what songs you might want to strum along with, and yeah, keep an eye on the channel on Wednesdays for the Wednesday licks. This past week, this week. I did Rebel Rebel from, of course, David Bowie, one of my all-time favorite songwriters. So check that out. It is fun to play on the uke. And watch out next Wednesday for the next lick. All right, I'm going to stop babbling. I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you all have a wonderful weekend, and I will talk to you all soon. Take care.